Okay, this is a short little video just to show you how to make one of these. It folds away like that and opens up and is extremely playful. So you can twist it, you can move it, you can make all sorts of shapes with it. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, it's very straightforward to make, I promise. I'll show you. So, first of all, in true Blue Peter style, here's one I made earlier. I prepared some squares. Now, I'm not making one as big as the one that I just showed you, just because that will take ages. But this that I will show you, you can multiply it by as many times as you like. So you need to go away in a minute and cut a set of squares. So each square, the way I've done it, I've done roughly each one is 2 centimeters bigger than the one before. In this piece, it was 1 centimeter, so they're closer together. And basically you can do whatever measurement you would like. So this is 2 centimeters, just so that we can quickly go from large to small. But yeah, you can do whatever you like. Okay, so a little note about this paper. I'll show you. This paper that I've used, I have drawn on both sides of it, and I've used one colour scheme on one side and a different colour scheme on the other side. And I often do that as a preparation for making things. And this paper is wall lining paper, like wallpaper, basically. And it's one of the thicker ones. And it's just so strong, it can take all sorts of liquid, moisture, so you can easily make it very, very wet and it will dry out again. And it will dry out pretty flat. It won't go all crinkly like a lot of paper will. It's very cheap and you can buy a great big roll of it. So I highly recommend it for a paper that you don't have to feel precious about. You can really play and see what happens, and it's not costing you a fortune. So that's the paper. The other reason I use that paper is, I don't know if you can see the edge, but it makes really lovely torn edges. It tears beautifully, and I really like that kind of aesthetic on the edge of my edges. Okay, so our first job is to fold. So we want to fold to make a triangle, first of all, with our square. And then this fold here, this is called a mountain fold. So if the fold is pointing up towards you, that's a mountain fold. If the fold is going down towards the surface, then that's a valley fold, for obvious reasons. So fold it in half and then unfold and have this mountain fold facing up towards you. And then we're going to fold it in half and then in half again. Another little tip: when you're folding something, always fold from the inside to the outside, because when you crease a piece of paper, it will always stretch slightly. So you want to make sure it stretches an equal amount on both sides. Okay, so then turn it over again. So this is our original mountain fold, but now you can push it back in the middle, pull the sides in, and then you end up with this really neat little square. Okay, and I'll just take you through that again on the next piece. Okay, so first of all, we fold in half. Then we have this mountain fold facing us, and we fold in half again, open out and fold the other way around. So you're basically, with your folding, you're making a cross in the middle. And then we've got this mountain fold again across here. We push it in the middle so it pops back, and then pull the two sides forward. Okay, So you want to repeat that on all the other pieces. So then we've got this whole little set of folded pieces. Okay, so our next job is to stick them together. Now for this I'm going to just use a glue stick for speed, so I can just show you quickly. But if I'm doing this normally, I would probably use something like this, which is a wood glue. PVA would do something like that. And it works very well with this paper because it will stick and lie flat and it won't go all wrinkly. But if you're using a different sort of paper that's a lot thinner, then I would recommend maybe using a glue stick anyway, because it may well buckle the paper a bit if you use the PVA kind of thing. So take your first two, and we are joining. If you look at these pieces, we are joining this point always together with the next one. So this point with this point. Okay, so then what that means is our openings are on the other side. Okay, so let's go. So be very liberal with your glue because it will want to spring open again afterwards. So okay, so point, middle point to middle point, folded side to folded side. Okay, one, let's do one more. So again, smother with glue. Okay, and then folded side to folded side, and always join up, start joining up at the point. So as you see, this point, they're all exactly the same, whereas this side we're starting to get our steps. Okay, so then repeat that with all the other ones. Okay, so there we go, all stuck together, and you can see we've got this beautiful shape. What I would recommend at this stage is that you put this whole thing under a very heavy book or a tin of something, just something heavy to hold it down until the glue has properly dried. But you can see you've got this lovely step when it's closed, and then a spring in it. When you lift your hand off, it starts to open, and although this has only got, I don't know, seven pieces, even just with the 7 pieces, it makes a lovely little shape that you can play with. But then obviously you could do this, go on forever and make lots and lots of pieces for it. And you could make it much bigger than this as well. See, that's just entirely up to you, but that is a really simple little demonstration. And you can go and have a go. So enjoy, and please tag me in, let me know if you give it a go and how it goes. Any questions, do put them in the comments underneath.